let's sit down and get into the papers today. Dixon, Georgia, you see, is former Director of Communication for NADMO. George, good morning to you. Trust all is well. Okay. Okay. And George and I go way back, as far back as ATL FM in Cape Coast, where we used to do these things, you know. He grew up to be the NADMO Director of Communications, and I landed here. I joined you from ATL. Dixon Shredia is a member of Parliament for Brekum East, I think.
Brekum West.
Brekum West. I try to change your constituency all the time.
You know, Kojo, Brekum West was created out of the Brekum constituency.
Okay.
And the East is the mother constituency.
Okay.
The West was created in 2012.
Okay.
And it became a district in 2018. So it's a very young
What's the district
constituency.
capital?
Jene Jene is the district capital.
I've been to Brekum. I love Brekum a lot.
Yeah.
But we have to go to Jene Jene.
Sure. A very, very beautiful town. Kojo?
Is that if you two about
Interestingly, do you know Tuobodom is about 75 kilometers away from Jene Jene.
Can you imagine?
The two towns do not have any bearing whatsoever.
In fact, the Tuobodom and
Jene Jene, 75 kilometers apart, and Tuobodom is in Bono East. Okay. After Techiman.
So the
way to Tamale.
The capital is not Jene Jene.
No, not at all. The capital of Brekum West is Jene Jene. But Tuobodom has nothing to do with Jene Jene. I'm still wondering how.
but it was creatively done.
Creatively done. How the link was.
Because it was sweet, you know. If you talk about them, yeah, capital Jene Jene. Yeah, go come and see you. I mean,
probably it was as a result of maybe years of neglect of some part of Ghana in terms of.
But it brought light
development
to the community.
Yeah, in fact, Jene Jene got electricity early 60s. In fact, that was generating plant.
Okay.
And in terms of the electricity, the grid were hooked on as early as 96. So when Rollins extended electricity to Bono, we benefited. So
I meant that the song sort of brought, because those of us who didn't know got to hear about the name.
Yeah, sure. And today it is the district capital of Brekum West. So that is the beauty of it. That's why, Kojo, you've heard me several times talking about the almighty Jene Jene Sampa Road, which President Mahama and the Roads Minister, Finance Minister, they have graciously listed it under big push, and the contractor is on site. Once again, I'm very grateful. Already on site. Okay. Has been on site for the past since 24th October. Has been on site for over 1 month, and as usual, I'm very grateful. Because once again, over the weekend, Brekum West celebrated our farmers, and that was the 8th edition. When we're talking about 41st edition of National Farmers Day, Brekum West celebrated its 8th edition, and it was a fantastic event, grand event, and the chiefs, the stakeholders dubbed it as the best so far. I'm most grateful to the Chief Executive Officer, the Director of Agric, and the team that worked on it. You know, Brekum West is one of the top 5 tomato producing districts in Ghana. Again, Jene Jene, the district capital, has the biggest soursop plantation in Ghana. The biggest, the one they call Aluguin Tuguin. So on 28th, 29th, in collaboration with Ghana Tourism Authority, we're going to celebrate that feat. So, you know, Jene Jene has got a lot of good things. Among the top 5 across the country, tomatoes, biggest soursop. So when we talk about the food basket of this country,
you don't do cashew?
We do a lot of cashew and cocoa. Cashew, cocoa, tomatoes, we do cassava, we do plantain. In fact, it's one of the biggest food baskets in the country. That's why I always advocate for investment over there. And thankfully, Kwajo, His Excellency has recognized this, and the indefatigable Agric Minister has recognized this. So, 4 strategic locations have been earmarked for solar-powered irrigation to ensure all-round season farming. And all contractual documentations are complete. It's left with the sword cutting. So over the weekend, I will be in the district. You have sword cutting at 4 strategic locations to ensure the good people of Berekum West, the hard-working farmers, are able to take the activities all year round. I'm not dependent on rainfall. You know, as a result of these erratic rainfall patterns, the impacts of climate, farmers have been suffering in the past few years. Extended drought, or sometimes you have extended rainfall. But if you have irrigation, you can control the amount of water the crops need at any particular point in time. So once again, big thanks to the Agric Minister and the President for various initiatives in the agriculture sector.
And well done too to yourself, because you are their lobbyist, right?
You
are doing it. So
and you are rather aiding, because this is the biggest platform. And every time I'm here, at least you give me 2-5 minutes to talk about the district, the constituency.
Yeah.
And that is attracting a lot of interest over there.
Great. Thank you very much.
And I pray these sweet things you've enumerated actually get implemented, so that you know the people will benefit. Yeah. All the people in the constituency and the district will benefit. You know, some of the rural constituencies, we need to do everything to push them up. And I wish you well, Honourable. I wish you well.
Thank you.
But I know we'll be taking the seat back.
George, are you still eyeing that seat?
It's our seat.
Let's see, because I'm very mindful of that. That I need to do perhaps 10 times what my predecessor was doing in order to maintain the seat. So I'm not oblivious of the fact that this is a heavily dominated MPP area. You know, Nkrabi Ifadate, once occupant of that seat, a very popular figure. He left, and the person who came comfortably sat for 16 years. And because this is my 4th attempt, you know. I started out in 2012, the primaries level. We built consensus for one candidate to go. 2015, I won primaries and came into the election in 2016. 2019, I won primaries, came back again, I didn't win. 2023, I won primaries, and by the grace of God, the good people have given me opportunity. And I need to justify the confidence they've reposed in me. That's why I've always pledged. And in fact, it was exactly yesterday, 6:34 a.m., when the returning officer declared me victory. So yesterday, I gave out a speech to my constituency, renewing my vow, my determination to serve with humility, to serve with dignity, to serve with transparency for the next 4 years. And I'm very confident the good people would renew my mandate. So, George,
I wish you well. I really wish you well. I really wish you well.
Okay.
You have really, you know, captured me.
All right. So let's stay in Parliament. Because one of your colleagues, Matthew Yindam, had his seat officially been declared vacant by Parliament yesterday. Through the clerk to the House, who wrote to the Electoral Commission, notifying the Commission of a vacancy in the Kpandai case. But that case, the Kpandai MP and his lawyers had filed a certiorari at the Supreme Court, asking for the caution of that particular judgment in Tamale. So why the rush?
Kojo, first and foremost, the vacancy was not declared by the clerk nor the Parliament. It was declared by a competent court of jurisdiction, and in this case, Tamale High Court. Our brother Matthew is in court challenging that decision. The clerk to Parliament has a duty under the Constitution and under our standing orders to inform the Electoral Commission whenever a vacancy arises. And according to Tamale High Court, a vacancy has arisen. And for that matter, the clerk has the duty, constitutional mandate to perform. Having said that, Kojo, this does not stop my brother Matthew Nyindam to pursue his case at the Supreme Court, to pursue his appeal. If the verdict of the High Court, Tamale, is overturned at any point in time, it will stop EC from proceeding to conduct the election. So for me, nothing new has happened.
No, but the Parliament is an interested party
to
that certiorari application at the Supreme Court, which means that Parliament is probably aware of what's happening.
Sure.
So if you go ahead to declare the seat vacant, some people are of the view that then, of course, even if he wins the case at the Supreme Court, there's no seat.
No, there is. A court decision will be respected by everybody. This communication is the decision of the High Court that is being communicated by the clerk to Parliament to the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. In the same vein, if an appeal court overturns the decision, same will be implemented by the Parliament. And Kojo, let us all do away with politics with this particular issue. We know there are several Supreme Court rulings that point to the fact that even when there is injunction application, it does not stop constitutionally mandated bodies from performing their constitutional duties. So, failure to notify Electoral Commission of the ruling of the High Court could even constitute contempt of court if the Clerk of Parliament does not act. So, he is merely conveying the ruling to the EC, and EC also has a constitutional duty to put in place mechanisms to ensure by-election is held. At the same time, our brother and the aggrieved parties also have their constitutional right to go through all the processes. And in fact, Kojo, even if elections were held before the Supreme Court ruling, before appeals court, and it came out that he was not properly removed, I mean, the court will give consequential orders. So there's nothing to worry about. And I'm very sure there will be a determination on these matters. 16th, 17th cases will be heard. And I'm very confident there will be a ruling before the date that EC will set for the election. Even if that is not done, an election is taking place and he wins his case, court will give consequential orders. So, clerk is performing his constitutional duty, and the mere filing of certiorari does not stop clerk from performing that constitutional duty. Even filing of an injunction at the court does not stop a constitutionally mandated body from performing constitutional functions.
What about the stay of execution application? It doesn't stop?
No, it doesn't stop at all.
Really?
It has stopped being moved yet. So even injunction application does not stop. Otherwise, Kojo, there will be chaos. People go to court, they file stay of execution, nobody knows when that will be moved and when ruling will be given. Then all constitutional mandated bodies in connection with that are stopped from performing their constitutionally mandated functions. That is why the Constitution, in its wisdom, says, and Supreme Court rulings have all affirmed, that the mere filing of these processes should not stop people from performing their constitutional mandated duties. And as I indicated, nothing will be lost if he wins the case. Eventually, the status quo will be restored. So there is nothing to worry about.
George, let me bring you in. Do you also feel same that nothing will be lost here? And even if something will be lost, I mean, the legal process is there's still some chance for Matthew Yindam to
Yes,
to
good morning to you. Good morning to Honorable. Good morning to our viewers. Interestingly, Honorable is a member of Parliament, and the Speaker had given a ruling that, 7-day, because they have filed stay of execution, they should allow the Honorable to be in Parliament. Honorable Defiamupo had raised the issue that he was not eligible to be in the House.
Yeah.
But the Speaker gave a ruling to that effect. And I think it's up to about 7 days. I don't know if that's...
It ended on the 1st of
has
December.
elapsed anyway.
Has elapsed, okay. So
that is what he said was a natural,
yes.
by practicing
Yes.
law.
Oh, yes.
When a judgment like that is given,
Yes.
it takes 7 days for the effect to kick in.
Okay, that's good. So that it's been part of the processes. Now he's in the Supreme Court, filed for certiorari. Yes, let's see how it's going to go. But maybe, as Honorable is saying, that process that does not stop the clerk of Parliament from doing his work. He's going to go ahead to do the work, whilst we are lawyers and maybe we entreat the court to expedite action. I know there are new rulings or processes for expedited judgment in parliamentary and presidential cases. And so the judges will be minded, especially the Chief Justice will be minded to empanel a team as soon as possible to go into that matter, because there are consequential effects, as he said, if we delay on that. So I'm very expectant that a panel will be put together to look into the matter and then a ruling given immediately so that we know the way forward. My General Secretary has not been happy with this decision by the Tamale High Court because I'm not a lawyer, but he is a lawyer, and he put it that a client or a person doesn't go to court to get what he didn't ask for. You get it. What you ask for in court is what you're given. And so the Honorable Wakpa went to the Tamale High Court asking for the annulment of 41 out of the 152 polling stations. Unfortunately, the judge thought all the 152 polling stations must be annulled and a full rerun conducted. And so I believe that's part of the basis for us seeking for the certiorari and all this. So let's see how it pans out. My General Secretary and we, the MPP, believe that the court is not being fair to our candidates, to our Member of Parliament and then to the party in general. And we have to do everything to ensure that that ruling is quashed. Whatever it is, we have very competent lawyers who can live up to the billing as far as getting these arguments or legal arguments put before the Supreme Court so that victory will be declared for us. That is the process of the rule of law. There's also the suspicion that it's like there's a gavel, is there a hammer somewhere that is being raised because of what has been done to the former Chief Justice, Gertrude Araba Tokunu, and a lot of people feel the executive has had an overhand on the judiciary, and that is not good for our democratic processes. So it doesn't send good signals to everybody. Let's see how it goes. This clerk, I'm not faulting the clerk, Kojo. I think he's doing his job. But let the court processes be expedited and let a ruling be given. The MPP officially is not happy with the Tamale High Court ruling.
George, it is one thing not being happy.
Oh, yes.
And another thing suspecting the powers that be.
The General Secretary made it clear.
I've heard him several times, but it appears my very good friend Yindam himself is now running away from the substantive issue. Because which is he is no longer talking so much about not being given fair hearing, but is now dealing with some technicalities, arguing that the Gazette notification was issued on the 24th December.
Yeah.
And the applicant went to court on the 25th January.
Yes.
So the 21-day period was elapsed.
Yeah.
But
It's
the
part of
counter argument is the Gazette notification was issued on the 6th of January. Rather, not one.
Your Gazette.
Yes.
When was it issued?
No, the new Gazette that was read to us in Parliament before our swearing in was on the 6th of January. The Gazette notification was issued on 24th, but there were a lot of outstanding seats that had not been completed. So at the night of our swearing in, on the day before our swearing in, there was another Gazette of all members of Parliament who were eligible to be sworn in. So going by that, from 6th to 25th January, 21 days had not elapsed. Their argument is it was the 24th December Gazette. So let us wait and see what the determination of the Supreme Court.
You're implying the 6th Gazetting had annulled the 24th.
Exactly. That is the... And I understand during proceedings in Tamale, this issue was brought up by the Defense Counsel, and it was dealt with at the preliminary stage of the case.
But listen, if you look at the relief sought by the petitioner himself, it says, an order setting aside the declaration of the parliamentary election results affecting the 41 polling stations out of a total of 152 polling stations in the Kpandai constituency by the second and third respondents given on the 8th of December 2024. F, an order directed at the second and third respondent to conduct a rerun of the parliamentary elections in the affected 41 polling stations out of a total of 152 polling stations in the Kpandai constituency on a date determined by the court.
Exactly.
So why wasn't this granted?
The court has not determined that yet.
The Tamale High Court has decided that.
This is what
I'm talking.
This is what the petitioner asked for.
This is a relief.
And yet,
which was not granted.
Yes, the 41. Yes.
Oh no, Kwajo, I think we've gone past that stage. If you've read the ruling, the entire ruling, the judge said in the ruling that the infractions found were so widespread that it had impact on the overall outcome.
But the question is, did the court set its own questions to answer?
No.
Because the petitioner came asking that declare the 41 void and conduct a rerun. Why will a judge himself then go beyond this 41 and say, okay, because they were so grave, reconduct everything?
I'm not a lawyer, but what I know is, let's look at it.
I'll come back to you.
When I finish with
your colleague in them, I'll come back to you.
You appreciate it.
I'll come back to you. Let me listen to you.
Thank you.
Let me bring you in.
That's good.
Matthew Indam, good morning to you. No, I'm not sure it's a good morning for you. But let's understand.
It should be good morning.
How do you react to this statement coming from the clerk of the parliament, the house that you serve in?
It's a good morning to me.
It's a good morning. Okay, then I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
Yes. There are people today that cannot hear, they cannot see.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are preparing them to bury them.
Okay.
Even their relatives, if you say good morning, they will respond.
Okay.
Although the dead body cannot respond.
Yeah.
My friend and my colleague sitting down there, I pray that one day what has happened to me does not happen to him. If it does happen to him, he will appreciate what is going on.
Okay.
You see, you can sit down and spread and say all manner of things because you are not found in that particular position. You go into an election and you win your elections. All candidates admit that they have their pinches. The results have not been tampered with. And then a government is in power, and at the end of the day, they said that there are irregularities. And because of that, they should cancel the whole election. One day, I pray that this president doesn't stay. If he does, I doubt if there will be an MP in Ghana, or any elections can be won in Ghana. We all witnessed the petitions that went to court, both Nana Addo Akufo-Addo and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Then the second time, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo and then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We all saw the rulings of the courts. We all heard it loud and clear that elections are won at the polling stations. And there is no way any irregularity can annul any resource in this country. But if today it is Martin, and he thinks he's so happy that, and speaking that the irregularity affects the entire resource, that is where he can speak from, because he's very comfortable in government. And he thinks that he can't see anything, he cannot hear anything. Somebody goes to the court and talks about 41 polling stations. Even those 41 polling stations, I can tell you without any fear that nothing untoward happened. Nothing untoward happened. It's just that today, the one who speaks the truth is not there. And if you go to talk about something, they say that you'll be held for contempt. You'll be held for this. You'll be held for this. How can somebody vote for presidential and not vote for parliamentary, and then you say that that particular polling station, there is an irregularity, and the court accepts it? That I verify to vote through election. So the PVD machine carry maybe 500 people, and then you come and take the parliamentary elections, and then you have about 499, and you sort that particular police station that there is an irregularity. Jesus Christ. Like I said, I'm very fine. I am so fine because I am not troubled. We've not cheated in this particular election. What I've realized is that there is a government that is so strong, and whatever they want to do, they will want to do it. They don't care whether you are right or you are wrong. They won't respect any law in this country. Whatever they want to do, they will do. So be it. Who am I? I'm just an individual. Even more powerful people, more known persons, people who can break the ice, they are suffering. How much more somebody like me from my village in Kumidi, whose father is a poor farmer, you don't have any friend, you don't have anybody. I doing this to you, what can you do? You can't do anything.
So Mr. Hindam, I know that on the day the judgment was given, your lawyers filed an appeal and a stay of execution. Is that right?
We did everything. We filed the stay of proceedings, just like you have said, notice. We have filed notice of appeal. He promised the judgment was going to be Friday. We went, the judgment was not ready. Monday, 2:30, the judgment was ready. All those things were done and properly filed. Copies are supposed to be sent to the appropriate places. Those copies have been sent, and Parliament has duly been sent. I heard him talking about we now running away from the original matter and moving to Gazette. You see, we have gone to the appeal court to challenge the ruling. And that's what we have done. And that is where we can go. We can only go to the appeal court to challenge the ruling. And then there is another leg of the matter, which was raised initially, but the judge decided not to mind. Now we have to go to the Supreme Court because that is the only court that can interpret that particular aspect. Where a gazette was done on the 24th of December 2024, and a petition was sent to the High Court January 25th, 2025. That is what we are talking about. So if he's talking about somebody running from one place to the other place, I get confused.
Well, he says the Gazette that got all of this one was issued on the 6th of January.
That is what he is saying.
Yes.
Yes, he can comfortably say that. You see, that is why we have gone to the Supreme Court. They should have allowed the Supreme Court to tell us that the Gazette that we all was sworn in was on the 5th of January 2025. It's a public record. And Eskumi's case is a public record that the Supreme Court has spoken about. When the Eskumi's case came and then their candidate went to file a petition on the 31st of December 2024, and he was challenged that the Gazette was on the 5th, it was authenticated that the Gazette was on the 24th of December, 2024, and not on the 5th of January, 2025. It is clear. You all have the ruling. He has the ruling. He has read it. But like I said, they are in government. They have the power. They have everything. Whichever way they want to go, who am I? Stronger people are suffering. And if, like me, sitting down here in my village, who my father is not known to anybody, I don't have any powerful person, who am I to complain? If the big trees are falling and then you, the smaller one, you are falling, why should you be worried? But we should remember that we are building a country. History will come. We will all be held responsible one day. Some of these things will be, today it is Matthew, you will have a problem. Tomorrow you'll be confronted with the same challenge. And know that if you plant a bad nut, you are most likely to harvest a bad nut. That is all I'm saying. I have no problem. That's why I received my good morning. I am very proud of the people of Kpandai. They've honored me. They voted for me. I am proud of them. No single person stole election in Kpandai. No single person. And all those irregularities they are talking about, they are just something that must happen in any election. So today I was asking somebody that if we go for election today and somebody verifies and decides not to vote, what happens? Are we going to nullify those results again?
So
if you don't have the facts, you are a colleague. You know the pain you went through to win election and you are there. You know the pain. You know the trouble you've gone through. But today you are in government, you think that you should please government and speak the way you want to speak. I wish you good luck.
But what is your next line of action?
What action will I take? We are in court. We've gone to the appeal court. We are still waiting. The date has been given on the 10th for the state for it to be moved. The Supreme Court has set the date on the 16th of December to listen to us. The rest is lawyers' matter. It is technical. I saw the letter flying in the social media yesterday. I don't know how the two can be put together. This one is matter of the law. I don't know. Whichever way, whichever direction that we want to go, I believe that I have a God. And everybody is destined in one way or the other. Wherever my destiny lands me, so be it.
So as you said there, do you see yourself as the MP for the people of Kpandai or not?
As I sit here, what is going on in the social media, why will you see yourself as the MP? If the speaker has called the clerk to declare your seat vacant, how will you see yourself as the MP? But like I said, I do not want, I'm not a lawyer. I will not want to be going into this kind of technicalities, because even my seat that I have won clearly, they are deciding to take it away from me. If I go and say something now, I'm sure that they will. The next step is to look for me and arrest me that I've said something in contempt of court. So let me keep my breath for now, so that at least I can have my peace whilst I fight for my seat. That's what I can say.
Will you contest in the rerun?
I am not an independent candidate. I am a party's candidate. I won the seat on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party with the help of the people of Kpandai who voted for me. They never voted for me only because I was an MPP person. No, they voted for me because they know that I am a man who can champion their cause. I am Matthew who listens to the vulnerable. I am Matthew who will be there for them. That's why they voted for me. So it was not only MPP people who voted for me. It was not only NDC people who voted for me. The people of Kpandai voted for me. And I am representing them in Parliament. So I will listen to the party. I will listen to the parliamentary leadership. I'm sure this is an issue that came up yesterday. And I will listen to my constituents. The best decision will be taken at the end of the day. I'm in the constituency. I've told the people what has gone on, because it is my right to come and explain to the people that the seat they have given me, these are the challenges I have found on the seat. I need to go back and explain to them. If today they say we should go and rerun, and then at the end of the day, the people of Kpandai say, Matthew, it is you, we want you to represent us, they will renew my mandate. If the party also comes out with something obviously I'll be duly consulted, and the best decision will be taken. That's all I can say.
Mr. Yindam, I'm grateful to you for joining us this morning. It's not easy, but you've been able to speak to us the way you have. We're grateful. Matthew Yindam is the man at the center of that decision by the Tamale High Court to annul the Kpandai election, and also subsequently the Clerk of Parliament announcing or notifying the Electoral Commission that there is a vacancy due to the emanating from that particular decision of the Tamale High Court. Yeah,
I think my very good brother, Honorable Yindam, knows the relationship between the two of us, very good friends. And if you listen to me carefully, I was communicating events that have occurred. I was justifying the Clerk to Parliament's decision to notify EC, which he has no other option. If EC is minded, they could say, oh, because the issue is in court, I will not go ahead to organize. That's for them.
I think they've done it before.
No,
right?
Yes, so it is up to them. But for Clerk to Parliament, he has an obligation, he has a constitutional duty to undertake this action that he took. That was what I was explaining. And I also said here, that our brother should be given every necessary support, level playing field to go through the processes, and said if the decision of the High Court is overturned, the status quo. So it appears he has taken personal issues with the position I've taken this morning and what I've said. That is not the case. We all want fair hearing on the matter, and we have to respect decisions of courts of competent jurisdictions in this country. That's exactly what I was saying. So that is not to say, yes, nobody would want to win election fairly and be denied the opportunity to serve the people. Nobody will want. If that is the case, I'm very sure the court will affirm that. And again, the 24th one, Gazette, and the 6th one, I said it is for the Supreme Court to determine. If the Supreme Court determines that it was the 6th Gazette, that's the final decision. There is nothing we can do about it. If it says it is the 24th one, then consequential orders will be given. So as a colleague member of Parliament, I want to assure him that contrary to what he asserted, that because we're in government, we can communicate in a certain direction. I think that's not the intention, Matthew.
I think I'm happy the stance of Honourable after listening to Honourable Matthew Yindam. I'm happy the Brekum West MP's allusions and communications right now. It's good. It assuages the pain, because I saw and felt the pain of Honourable Martin Yindam. It's rightfully so, very painful, the part what he's going through. Could you, if I've been involved in the processes, you know, my wife once upon a time was a member of Parliament, and in the coalition center, could you, what we went through, what I had to do. Some were asking, George, we are. You get it? Yeah. You have to stand. And I know Honorable went through some of those.
I told
a lot of things. In fact, the ballot boxes from UCC campus was being taken to Cape Coast South. I had to call one boy. I just instinctively, I called my boy that, look, a car is coming to pick ballots there. Take a taxi and follow it. If he had not done that, and at the traffic light, there was a banter. He was stopping the car from going to Cape Coast South. So police, you know, the regional office, they came in, arrested him, and then turned the car back to Cape Coast Technical School, where the coalition center was. And my boy was detained. The police called me, your boy has been detained, come and bail him. You get it? we had to do a lot of things to ensure that the right thing was done. You get it? So these are some of, if you go through all these processes as Honorable Nyindam has gone through, and then somebody is asking for 41 polling stations to be annulled, and yet the judge feels it should be the 152, a full rerun. It's not fair to the process. You get it? And the pain, you know, I will also plead with him not to take anything personal with Honorable here, because Honorable, as he said, was speaking to the processes. And let the processes go through.
That's